What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode. As you can see, we're back at the range, and today we're going to be shooting something special. We got a Volk Corson here. But before we get started, I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about Volk Corson, right? It's a very established name in the industry. A lot of people that I know carry these guns and they shoot them and they have fun with them. But I haven't really seen a video of somebody talking about how Volk Corson got started. So I went down the interwebs and found a bunch of information. Did you guys know that Volk Corson was started in 1974 by Mr. Tom Volk Corson, and they started out of a rented house in a basement? Like, how much American does that get? Like, the American dream does that become? You know, it's just kind of like all these other big companies that have started in garages and basements and stuff. Here's Volk Corson, and their story hasn't been told. But Mr. Tom Volk Corson started in 1974 in a rented house in the basement, and then he began doing this as a hobby, right? He was refinishing rifles, he was refinishing shotguns, working on triggers, stuff like that. And in no time, that hobby became a full-time job. He had no time to do these projects on the weekends. He was running out of time. So they eventually, in 1984, they bought some property that had, they bought some acreage that had a building on it, and that building became their shop. And it was him and his wife at the time. And then after that, it's just, you guys know, it blew up. And they started doing a lot of work and a lot of great things for the community. And it's one of my favorite 22s that's out in the market. I love the quality that Volk Corson provides. I love what they stand for, and they're just an all-American company. And so here today, we have a Volk Corson Scorpion X. This gun's very unique. It's brand new to the market, and we're going to show it to you guys, and then we're going to take it out to the range and put some rounds through it. But this is the Volk Corson Scorpion X. Now, this here is offered in a 4.5-inch barrel and a 6-inch barrel and a 3-inch. So guys, a 3-inch can do a lot of work. Don't let your buddies lie to you. 3 inches is enough. If you know how to use it, you'll be all right. I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's okay, Kings. But yeah, this is a 3-inch barrel. It does come with a comp on it, but here's the cool part about it. You can actually remove this comp, and you reach on over and you grab one of these cool guys right here. And if you don't have one, I'm so sorry, but you can slap on a suppressor and make it very, very quiet. What's pretty cool about this gun that I do love and I enjoy, and why I enjoy Volk Corsons in a 22 is I've used a few of these with my nieces and nephews, and I've taken them out behind me here at the range and introduced them into a pistol, right? And it goes everything from gun safety to how to hold a pistol, how to shoot, how to aim, all those things. And I do that with a 22 because I want to build their confidence. I want to make sure that they're comfortable enough with the grip before we move them up to a higher caliber. And I do that because I want them to feel safe. I want them to feel confident. I want them to make sure that they're having a fun time when they're out at the range. I mean, how many videos have we seen of people, you know, our friends being jerks and giving somebody a 50 cal on their first day at the range, and then they shoot it and then they're like, oh man, this is not fun at all. Like, I'm scared. I don't want to go back to the range. It happens all the freaking time. And so I while it's fun and you watch those videos and people are like, oh man, that's crazy, I don't want to do that to somebody, because if I'm the reason somebody doesn't return to the shooting range ever, it's going to bother me, right? I want everybody to come out here, have fun, exercise their Second Amendment. And if they choose to keep shooting after they've gone a course with me and whatnot, awesome. If they don't, well, then at least they tried it, right? But I like presenting a 22 to a lot of people so that they can build their confidence and then you move them up to a 9 mil or 45 or whatever, you go from there. But these are perfect for that. So what we're gonna do here now is, because YouTube is probably gonna demonetize this, off camera we're gonna remove the comp and we're gonna add our suppressor, we're gonna load it up, and we're gonna go out to the range and take some shots through this so you guys can see how quiet this thing really is. All right guys, first mag. No, what's pretty cool about this is I put a red dot on it. And what I really enjoy about these 22s, right, is because on my hands, I don't know if you guys noticed, my grip's pretty tight, right? So like I'm always making sure I overcompensate on my grip. But with these 22s, I can shoot with one hand, and that's awesome. Like, you know, we're talking about building confidence, right? This definitely does it for me, because there's not a lot of guns that I can shoot with one hand, and this makes it awesome. So when my nieces and nephews are around, I'm like, watch these kids, one hand, you know. But only with 22s. I can't do it with any other caliber because it'll definitely fall out of my hands. But what a cool concept of a gun. And like I mentioned earlier, these are used a lot by a bunch of different people for competitions. There's a lot of competitions out there with 22s. You see these guys running and gunning and using these Volt Corsins. But for me, it's more of a training exercise. It's more of showing people, you know, how to feel comfortable, how to build their confidence, how to get them out to the range. And there's no better round to train people with than a 22. It's not that expensive. It's not that hard to come by anymore. And you can buy a couple thousand rounds for a couple $100. And you go out to the range and have a fun day, like a full day of shooting, and it doesn't really, you know, hurt that pocket. But yeah, this is really what I love about these guns. They're so versatile of what you can do with them. But let's load up another mag and take some more rounds. And I do have a surprise for you guys. We're gonna be shooting something here soon, but let's load up some more mags and keep shooting, because this thing is so much fun. Second mag. This thing's awesome. Like, no recoil. It's quiet. Guys, if you guys don't have a suppressor, I don't know what you're doing with your life right now, because this thing is a game changer on any weapon. I mean, it's not like the movies, right? It's not super quiet, but it is kind of quiet. And if you add some supersonic or any other kind of ammunition that they make out there that's designated for a suppressor, is going to be a lot quieter than this. And then, you know, you can do as you please. I like this, and I keep this by my bed because we have chickens at our house. And with chickens, we got gray fox. There's a couple of raccoons that I've seen that are pretty big, and coyotes. And so all those things are attracted to our chickens. And so at night, obviously, I don't want to come out with, you know, something huge and just make a big, you know, all this noise in our neighborhood and whatnot. But I'll be damned if I'm gonna let one of those animals take one of my chickens. So this sits right there, so I can just come grab it, go outside, and then eliminate the threat, and then, you know, make sure that my chickens are safe. But yeah, this thing's quiet. All right guys, so the band on this Rolex broke, and I have a really good friend of mine. His name's Nub Gunner. You guys seen him on the channel before. He's a big fan of Rolexes. Or is that a word? Is it Rolex? I don't fucking know. Anyways, he loves his Rolex, and I do too. I got a few. But the band on this one worked, and I don't think I'm gonna get it fixed. I'm just gonna put it up against this target here and see what a 22 can do to a Rolex. Can a Rolex stop a 22? Guess we're about to find out. I think it's safe to say that a Rolex cannot stop a 22. I mean, that's what we're here for, to test things out like that for you guys. Make sure that that if you're ever in a firefight, you can go like this and stop around, but you can't. I wouldn't suggest it. All right, guys, there it is. This is the Volquarsen Scorpion X. Thing's awesome. That 3-inch barrel does work if you know how to use it. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and make sure you have the notification turned on so that you know when our videos go live. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Until then, crispy on. So the answer is no. A Rolex cannot stop a a 22.